Hello and welcome back to another navigator video. I haven't posted the other two videos yet, but maybe I'll do this in one big video dump. Just got back from the junkyard. Got a couple of things that I wanted that I'm going to install. The first one is these vents for the top. Now I don't know why these ones are broken, but the latch going between them, this piece right here, is broken on 3 out of 4 of them. This one's broken, this one's broken, this one works, and that one's broken. So it's not too hard to remove these. There's 2 access ports. You put something in and twist it, but usually you just grab them and then twist them, and voila, there you go. This one, the plastic has snapped off of these joints right here. There we go. But this one still has it on it, so it would be possible to like put some sort of adhesive on there and possibly replace them. But we got these from a junkyard. These were from an 07 Navigator that happened to be black, so my lucky day, right? So we're just gonna get these installed by rotating them. Alright, that should be good enough. Nice. And then we can work on the other ones. There we go. A little bit stiff. Probably could use a good wipe down, especially side to side. Took quite a lot of effort. Gonna have to do something about that. Probably take them out and clean them. But next thing is this navigator side badging, side plate. This is for the right side, and that side's broken. You're gonna get that replaced. So this is broken because of the plate where the screw goes into, right here, it's broken, and also it snapped right down the middle. I tried using some epoxy, which worked, and some double-sided tape, but the tape just melts in the heat. But this is how you would take the door panel off. And then we got to remove this 7mm right here. So I got our socket wrench and began just untwisting that. So these are pretty simple to install. We got to remove this cover plate on here. These are quite simple to install. Move the door handle up and then slide it in to the door handle, and then these grabbing plates, slide them in, push it outward, and then to hold the front end, it needs to be screwed in place. That is why we got our bolt, which is right here, and we're going to begin just tightening that in. And our screw is in place. I'm going to grab our nicer cover plate compared to the both of them. Just going to put the big side towards the big hole, and then hopefully, eventually, focus. Just push this in place. Voila. No, I'm not sure what's wrong with this door handle. It looks to be a little too far in, but oh well, still opens and closes the door. And then this is junk. This stuff's trash. Next part of this little expedition is, I believe this door motor is going out on me, I think. The auto down works, but the auto up, it doesn't work, so it might be the door motor or this switch. But even if I hold it up, it'll like stop part of the way, and then if I, click it up again, it'll start to go up, and then it might stop again. So I think the window motor is either having a problem with too much power draw or something else. This is a replacement DOT approved, I think, door glass, window glass, because labeling on it, it's not Carlite Ford like the other one, so this has been replaced at some point. So I don't know if they just did a bad job, I don't know. So we're gonna start taking this door panel off. This is one of the easiest door panels and window motors I can probably ever think of, because Ford did a really good job making this door assembly. So the first one is to kind of move the tweeters out of the way. The tweeter it looks like it's removable from the door panel, but it's not. It's plastic molded into place using like 3 joints. So just pull it out the best you can. And the next is to remove some beauty cover clips. So here's one right here. Gotta pop this cover off, and there's just regular screwdriver. And another one is with that one over there. There's a another 7mm. And then down here, there is 2 more 7s. Down at the bottom, there was 2 more 7s here and here. So we're gonna start unscrewing a bunch of this stuff. And then the door panel, you grab it and pull up and it's done. There's no clips holding it in, unlike the town cars that had door clips that always broke on you. So I think Ford did a fantastic job with this door panel design of taking it on and off, because you have a very little chance of actually breaking something. Alright, so we're just gonna start, you know, unscrewing, unbolting stuff. Come on, nope, okay. Okay, there we go, that should be everything. I think somebody overtook this or something, but I do have the piece, so maybe I can put it in there and screw it in at the same time. Anyway, everything's out, so we can begin just pulling up. Did I disconnect this? Oh, I did. Voila, there we go. And we got some electrical connectors, so let me drop the phone and go get those. And that is our door panel. The tweeter stays connected. It has a disconnecting point right here. That's for the tweeter connector for the navigators. And I don't think the Expeditions came with a tweeter on them. This is a THX certified system. Alright, so we need to then remove this water shield, and that's absolutely melting. Oh my goodness. Okay, get access to the motor, which is behind here. Alright, there's our window motor. So we should be able to just disconnect this connector right here. Let's see, is this OEM? Yes, it is. Okay, Bosch, as usual. So if you got a window regulated motor, if you find a Bosch that's cheaper, go ahead and get it. I guess this is what they use, which is fine. No problems with that. Connector. So the shop manual, which I'll post a picture of it right now, tells you to like wedge something in place somewhere, but you know, I can never figure out where it is or what it's talking about. I think it's somewhere in between here, because there's a sprocket on the front that kind of pops out, so I assume they want you to kind of hold it in. So we have 3 torque screws holding this thing in place right there. I forgot what size they were, but I'm gonna need like a 3/8 for this. Wait, let's try a T25. It fits, but I feel like I could go bigger. T27. Wait, T27 fits fine. So we're gonna start taking that off. Okay, I got that replaced. So just evenly take off the 3 bolts, and then it kind of just pops out. Make sure you do it gently. It really kind of wants to, jolt at you. So I'm gonna grab the window switch or door panel and partially hook it back up and see if it goes up and down. Because if it doesn't, I'll just swap a groove and get my refund for this one. All right, it does work up and down. It squeaks a lot, so I think I might try to spray some silicone spray on this, since this is an aftermarket door. Maybe that'll help it a little bit. But it does go up and down without any issues. So we're going to begin and initialize this door. I'll also post how to do that on the screen, and if I can't, maybe I'll post that on MediaFire link. But basically, you want to switch the ignition 5 times, and then do some mumbo jumbo happening here to initialize the door, and hopefully we can get that to work. So I'm going to begin and start do that. Well, it didn't seem to make a difference. The one touch up still doesn't work, so maybe it is the switch. Oh well, I have a spare module now. I think I'll keep that one. I do want to lube up this door thing right here to stop it from squeaking. But basically, reverse the removal procedure for the door. Slide it back in place from the top down, clip in that tweeter, put all the bolts and clips in and everything. Be careful when you torque this one down, so it's not torqued too much. Just want it torqued enough, that way this front bezel isn't loose. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching and have a good one.